Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous.
As a review of our last session, and also kind of a hint to Seth, who wasn't there. Last time on Shattered Ships, we dealt with the aftermath of a massive storm that struck Cursed Cove. We saw the beginnings and perhaps the climax of which in a previous session, where our party was scattered and forced to deal with the storm in a number of different ways. With Kachi taking to the sky, Gwyn staying on land, and Trigger heading out into the ocean. As they were all successful to various degrees, let's say, with one perhaps becoming more haunted than the rest. This storm began to subside, leaving behind a few scars in our players, but also a few washed-up new residents of Cursed Cove. As a reminder, Trigger, you helped rescue some of these folks alongside the Wing of the Sea, Stila Benz, and there were a couple other fishing boats kind of out there looking for survivors and stuff as well. You went with Stila because you trusted her. Our party last time got to meet a lot of those who washed up and found their way to the Forgotten Escape, one of which being a sea elf ex-fisherman, Pike, who joined our party as doing his best to save a sort of piratey, crusty-looking bullywug named Pasty Jean, who then exploded into a sea of eyeballs, who tried to take over the Forgotten Escape. Pike teamed up with Kachi, who teamed up with Gwyn, who teamed up with some of the more combat-ready people who had come to Cursed Cove. Namely, the ones who kind of stuck it out for most of the fight being Nada, of course, not a skeleton, a figure who was assisting with a musical component, wrapped in shawls and shrouds, mysterious about their past, as well as Cherry, the young Asimar, who was doing some healing before Kachi advised her to kind of get out of the fight because that's kind of all she could do, as well as Yalkendian, the elf fighter, who did his best to sort of lend a hand, didn't mesh as much with the party as some of the other NPCs, but played a role in helping. With that battle subsided, our party just decided to kind of crash at the Forgotten Escape with friends, allies they've trusted for a while, and a new friend in Pike the Sea Elf. Oh yeah, by the way, someone in Cursed Cove is hunting Tesha Gwyn, and there might also be a changeling of some kind looking for Tesha Gwyn, but no one knows who they are, and that's where we pick up the morning after this fight in the Forgotten Escape. So, Kachi, feeling very quiet this morning, is ready to go along with, although the captain is kind of deferring to his party in the moment as I do my best to fill in for Kachi. As the party is here now, having fully gotten the benefits of a long rest, if you didn't do that at the end of last session, the Forgotten Escape being this safe space, Marilyn, the tavern keeper, ally of the party, and of course the caretaker of nature, let you guys crash in her family's place. The rooms are mostly full with NPCs and people who washed up. But as it is now, Gwyn, especially you, would know that if you wanted to get out of this place without anyone seeing you, you could. You can go through sort of Kettle's kitchen, has an emergency exit. You can get out that way. Or if you were hoping to sort of mill through the tavern, you could head out sort of the normal way. What is Gwyn's instinct with your new friend?
I think I don't want to be seen. I don't even really remember how I learned all that information at the end. I just remember gaining like, uh-oh, everyone is there's hunts happening.
Yes.
And I wrote in my notes, so correct me what this means. Pasty Jean betrays Trogger? But it's did I just write trigger wrong?
I think you spelled trigger wrong.
Okay.
Pasty
I was
It's okay. I
like,
spelled Alan wrong in the.
but I can't remember if it was you or Kachi. Remembered that Pasty Jean was one of the pirate names that Trigger has thrown out. So Pasty Jean had washed into Cursed Cove, and was had some association with the eyeball creatures you fought up to this point. The fact that there is a shapeshifter that is looking for you was because Pike overheard that conversation. They were talking to their benefactor. And then the other person who was hunting you whispered it to you during the fight and then left the tavern.
Yes. So I feel safe. So I definitely probably want to be quiet and more low key. I mean, as low key as you can be for the group that fought openly in the tavern. And now that I said that out loud, I'm like, why am I trying to hide this? I feel like we should probably walk through and let Trigger see some of these people with fresh eyes, let's say. Especially if the corpse of Pasty Jean.
Here with Pike and Kachi, you do not see Trigger.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's still walk through the group, though. Let's because in case anyone wants to tip us.
Incredible. I'm going to do some rolls just to flesh out the tavern as we see it, just to see who woke up in time to kind of like maybe come down and grab some breakfast. So it's going to be just some rolls in front of me. I'm going to say below a 10, they slept in. Above a 10, they're here for breakfast. All right. So the father and his tiefling daughter, they're sleeping in. They had a little bit of a traumatic time. Again, the tiefling that was at the bar is going to sleep in. Of course, very fittingly, Cherry, the Aasimar, is up and at 'em.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them.
Yes. Yalkendian, the elfin fighter, is awake and alert. Makes sense. Elves don't have to sleep quite as long as others. I just rolled for Pasty Jean, but he exploded, so that was a waste. Didn't need to do that. A quiet figure, but someone who was tanking some damage. Holston, the Minotaur, is awake and Adam. And
Not the expression at all.
and not a skeleton is nowhere to be seen in the tavern as you all sort of walk through.
I feel like Pike would be like a really early riser, particularly like getting up at around 5 a.m. ish, and then coming down maybe 5:45 for
Nice.
breakfast and whatnot. Just with fishing, it's up at sunrise. That's when the fish bite, so that's when he's used to it.
Oh, yeah, because sea elves don't have to sleep as long. So I'll say you come down to the tavern a little bit ahead of kind of like the rest of your new friends, with Gwyn and Kachi needing a bit extra sleep.
Sweet.
Go to the tavern. When you first came down, you once again saw the Eladrin woman who was running the place last night. She was kind of having what seemed like a little bit of a stiff conversation with a goblin that appeared to be her partner. Sort of seemed like there was like planning or something, as like kind of like smiling faces to like the people like who had come down to like get breakfast from the rooms upstairs, but then they would kind of like go to hushed tones as they were kind of talking to each other.
Cool. Could I roll I guess insight on that?
Absolutely.
Just to kind of see.
I'd say give me insight or perception, just to kind of like pick up a vibe, whichever one.
Yeah, it's a +4 either way.
Oh, cool.
I guess I'm kind of I guess I think I would pick up on them kind of speaking in those, especially if you say stiff and stern tones, and be like, "Oh goodness, there's more serious business going on." So let's see. I'll do insight. That is going to be a 18 for a total of 22.
Very nice. I'm even just going to say, kind of like with their, not even like a passive deception necessarily. They're not particularly doing a great job of kind of covering this up. Immediately, you get the sense that this is like they're a married couple who are having a conversation, but like, oh yeah, like sure thing, we'll get that for you, no problem, honey. Okay, but do this, and what you hear sort of from the elven woman is kind of the one who seems to be a little bit more concerned. Like, no, listen. Bash was here. She sort of ran a message for Quinn and Kachi and them. She never she didn't come back, and Kettle hasn't come back either. I think that if you can keep the bar, I can go take a look for them. I'm sure they're fine, but I just haven't. I need to know where they are. Sort of this mother's thing. There was a storm. I want to make sure they're okay. And skip shot. The goblin's like, they'll be fine. Like they're like Kettle's running a team of her own. Like Bash probably found her sister. I'm sure they're okay. Maybe we can get some people out. We can keep an eye out. Like it's nothing to worry about just yet. It seems like the goblin is advising caution or maybe patience, and the elf is wanting some proactive kind of concern.
The elf stain, is that Gilda?
Marilyn, Crimson Woods Fetzel. She knows Gwyn, knows the party pretty well. Has like a soft spot for them. They've allied with her to a number of times.
That's someone I would have met.
Yeah, and I think
in the last session,
not that they're like catching you kind of eavesdropping. They're having this conversation, and then she notices that there's like, oh, someone else is down. Oh, good morning. Is there anything I can do for? Was it Pike? Was it?
Pike, yeah, hi. Yes, I came in the messiness of yesterday.
I am glad you did. That's right. Marilyn was doing lair actions. She was the one who was like giving advantage and everything to people inside of her haven. Yes, yeah. I appreciate you joining in, my friends Gwyn and.
Listen, that was some pretty impressive stuff of yourself yesterday. I've never seen anything quite like that. So,
that's very kind.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry to overhear, but were you talking about somebody that might have been missing still from the wreck? Or
I'm so sorry. You've had a trying time. You don't have to worry about that. My daughter was out
no trouble.
Helping out in sort of the storm frenzy. My other daughter went to go find her sister. So I'm just a worried hen. Concerned over her two daughters. I may duck out soon to sort of go keep an eye on them, just to take a walk. And like rolls her eyes at her husband and Skipshot, kind of like the goblin behind her, just like, okay.
The goblin's name is Skipshot?
Yeah, or Skip.
Oh, that's Skip. Okay. I think he'd take kind of pause to that when Marilyn says daughters. Are that because the daughters are missing?
Give me a history check, let's say with advantage, as Marilyn is kind of recounting. Just
sure.
Like, oh yeah, like just not like unloading on some, but just like can you believe this is happening?
Yeah. That is a grand total of 6, my dude.
You think you maybe met one of them last night, but you can't quite pinpoint who it was.
Yeah. I guess just out of concern, but also just wanting to be helpful, especially with Marilyn et al. taking Pike in. He'd probably say, well, if we do manage to head out, I can try to ask around if anybody's seen them, or
that would be wonderful.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
I don't want to burden you, of course, but I'll probably head out soon. But if you
listen, until I get back out on the water, it's absolutely the least I can do. For putting me up.
Of course,
it's very
kind.
Like,
pulls out like an arcane crystal and like starts like swiping like photos. It's like, oh, so Kettle, she's about yay high. She's tall for a goblin. So she's like Kettle's like a half goblin, half elf. figure, like sharp, pointy teeth, but her eyes are like mine. Purplish hair, kind of looks like looks a little bit more like her dad. And Bash is a blue-skinned tiefling. Tends to like wear like a big overcoat.
Half goblin and blue skin.
Thank you so much. Actually, if you ask Gwyn and Kachi when they're up, I'm sure they can help keep an eye out. They know my kids.
Yeah, I just met them last night. They seem real fun.
She puts like a hand on your shoulder and just kind of like for like a moment, like almost like there's like almost like this. There's like a little bit of like a. There's like just something like trusting about her as she kind of like looks in, and like you get the sense that like she is judging you for a second and gets that like, nah, he's good. Stick with them. They're good people.
Okay. I will do my best to do that.
And then she kind of bustles out, like checks on like make sure like Cherry, this like very young Aasimar, is okay before kind of like heading out the door.
Cool.
And you like skip the goblin kind of gets dinner and things ready, like some like a drink or something to take the edge off, or just like juice and water and ale and things like that. Is also cooking up breakfast on like this like hot stone back here. It's good, not very fancy, I would say, but it's not long before Kachi and Gwyn you can make your way downstairs. Presumably Pike left a note, or just by the nature of your connection to this Forgotten Escape tavern. Pike, as you're kind of sitting here, the people that are in the tavern like mill in a little bit. Probably only one person comes from outside, which is this like pretty like well built looking black elven woman.
I want to say, moving forward again with Gwyn, anyone could be one of these like shapeshifters. So I feel like any charm that Gwyn has acquired from being around Trigger and Kachi in like the last week is like gone again, as paranoid energy seems to permeate.
Gwyn got a full rest, but does not seem rested.
Yeah, looks worse. But coming down, do we notice that the kids are not working?
I'd say as you walk into the tavern, you pick up. Actually, Gwyn, I feel like you would pick up on this. You've been here a lot. You know the family. You know that you see that Skip is the one making breakfast and not Kettle.
Right.
I'd say it's not super strange for Pluck, their bard son, not to be here. He like takes the night shift, kind of thing. But like Marilyn's not here. Bash is always on the floor running drinks to people, and you would have expected to probably run into Kettle at some point. Like, she's probably the one you're closest to.
Is Kettle on I almost said a peacekeeper. What are they called?
Cursebreaker.
Cursebreaker, of course. I was like, a ghost hunting mission.
Last you ran into her, you were like fighting. Like it was you, Kettle, Gilda, and Lance were fighting like that ghostly creature that kind of killed you. Then you kind of passed along to Kettle that kind of what kind of went down, and she was going to go find Bam to send a message, but
there's no one to give a message to. Okay. I don't want to be a crazy person and be like, "Where's your daughter?" But I will just kind of notice and be like, "The tavern seems a little empty."
Skip like sees you come in, like kind of like gestures like a plate, like
sure.
Gets like some food ready. Sometimes people after the storm are eager and raring to go, but sometimes people are sleeping in. Hey, careful if you get too close to that little shiny one. She's gonna talk your ear off. Like looks over at Cherry.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Cherry has like 2 mugs of empty coffee.
Oh. Perhaps we can have this to go, you know?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no problem. Like just like takes the plate and kind of pours it into a cup. It's good. I just kind of mixed everything together.
yeah, that's fine.
I'll get the cup from you sometime.
Okay. Pike, are you good to go? Or do you...
Yeah, I finished my breakfast.
Oh yeah, we began.
Gosh, I guess about a half hour ago. So
Right. No sleep for you. Yeah.
yeah, I'm an early riser. It's when the fish bite.
I need sleep. Okay, well, let's head home and process how last night went. We need to let Trigger know about all his eyeballs. For
Wait,
no reason.
where do you guys live then?
We live in a house that used to be called the House of Violence, but that's just because people can't read here, and it says House of Violets. So,
House
just a
of
little-
like the flower. Okay.
yes,
I
and
see.
like there was this woman in love with a woman named Violette. So it's just like
Brief
That-
history of
like in
the
the ends, you know, like why are
That's just
violets
getting
there?
convoluted quickly.
brief
Wow.
history of the ghost house you live in.
Yeah.
Pike, as Gwen's explaining this like tall elven woman kind of stands, like kind of comes up, like stand beside you, kind of arms crossed. Gwen, what happened? As like Europa has like come to the tavern, having been slipped a message from Bash last night. If it was you, if you were Kachi, requested to like pass along, like, let you guys know that you were crashing here. I assume
Well-
you're going to be more messed up than you are.
Well, no, of course. There were lots of friendly, helpful individuals who came
Hi,
in.
I'm Pike.
Oh hey, how's it going, Pike? Europa.
Europa
Pleasure.
lives with us.
Are you?
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Well,
there was a lot. And there was an eyeball creature. An eyeball creature.
Yeah.
lots of eyeballs.
We haven't brought her on a lot of missions. I don't know how much she knows. But I think Trigger would want to know. So we were gonna head home and let Trigger.
Okay. Trigger. Not. Trigger's not here?
No, is Trigger with you?
No. Nobody came home. That's why I'm here.
Well, where did Trigger
I'm
go?
not. I don't need to take care of you all the time, but I just want to make sure you guys were okay.
Well, I'm okay, but now I'm nervous because I don't know where Trigger is.
Trigger's not the only one missing. You know that the blue dragonborn.
Oh, Rango. He swam. He helped save our lives.
Yeah, he's out screaming about his missing sister.
Oh. Okay.
Lots of people missing.
That isn't. Okay.
Yeah.
What? I'm so where is she?
I don't think he knows.
Okay.
Yeah, he was raving kind of crazy about something about mermaids, but I don't know him well enough to know if he's
Really?
worried or crazy.
Okay. Well, we know we have a fisherman with us. I'm not to be like you're a fisherman. You speak to animals, right? But can you magically speak to animals?
No, I can find them.
Okay,
I
speak
can
to animals
relate to them.
as
I can't really speak with them. I would
Let me
say
let's
that.
say that confidently. I can speak with animals.
Can't they? I was like, can't they understand us? But we can't understand them. It's sort of the sea elf
Oh,
thing.
the sea elf thing. Yeah, just like the racial trait.
Oh, yeah,
You know, the sea elf
sea elf
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you just trick
yes,
fish to
the sea
swim
elf
into your
thing.
net. No, you isn't what all the sea elves do. You just get out there and you're like, hey, want to
Friend of the sea, I can communicate simple ideas to any beast with a swimming speed. Yeah, I mean, if
You're one of
it
them
swims,
fish
I can
talkers.
I can talk to it.
Okay, because
Whoa, Europa, calm down on the racism.
That was more Matt than Europa.
Sheila Benz and
That was
her
actually from the elf in the background, Yalkendian. Aren't you one of those?
One of them fish talkers.
I mean, yeah, that is a thing I can do. Yeah.
Not to be like, okay, well, if mermaids stole Stila Benz, then you can talk to the fish and be like, where have you seen a mermaid?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could.
And then
I didn't think about that.
and then you could swim into their cave and fight all the mermaids and save.
Whoa. I mean, I don't want to. I don't really want to fight them.
Well, or you go underwater and you settle the conversation with them and you handle
Yeah.
Yeah,
situation.
Gwen just kind of lets people do the fighting for him.
Well, I can't breathe underwater. I don't know about everyone else here, but I can't breathe underwater. So that would kill me.
Should probably fix that. I mean, I can't. I don't think I can breathe underwater myself. Never
Oh,
really
I'm just
tried.
assuming everything about you. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, you're making a lot of assumptions,
Skip,
and you know what
Skip,
happens.
Skip kind of leans forward, like, I'm an alchemist. I can give you something to breathe underwater, Gwen.
Okay, I will need that. If that's the best course of action for me to join, then I will need that.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, Skip mixes up 2 potions of water breathing, one for you, one for Kachi.
You just like can do that really quickly.
Oh, I can breathe underwater. That's great.
Usually,
Interesting.
I've learned
Skip,
a couple.
that you're just leaving these ingredients. I try to like look behind the bar. What's going on back there?
It only takes the form of like way too intricate cocktails.
Yeah,
So
it's like,
it's like, hold on, I need to add the
a
zest.
glass close. She's above it, and it's like
It's like here's the potion of water breathing. It's very alcoholic.
yeah, great.
It's a mimosa.
Okay, well, we don't think Trigger got right. He's just happy. We'll see him on the way.
I didn't. What? Do you think he's just like fell asleep somewhere?
What's Trigger look like?
Trigger's a little baby angel who happens to be
Asthma?
a sea elf,
Oh, see, oh,
but he like skateboards and he's got a gun.
he sounds really hardcore.
The description is
pirate.
eye patch.
He was a pirate. His friends all bullied him, so don't.
Whoa.
I want
And he
I want
wasn't
it on a
actually-
gravestone.
Yeah, but he's like a little kid with a gun.
Oh, this is. Oh, goodness.
No,
Oh, dear.
it's okay because it's our little kid with a gun.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
we
he
cut
only
to
shoots
our kid with a
when we tell
gun, Trigger. You having survived this, like the events of the previous night, like flash before your eyes, kind of like as you're getting a little bit of rest in an unknown location. As you remember, kind of moment by moment, kind of piecing it together until there's a gap. Like, okay, I don't know what happened after I saved. I don't remember what happened after. Who did I save? You're going kind of back through your mind. You remember helping this giant minotaur get out of the water and into the boat. You remember finding like this dad who was worried about his kid, this little tiefling kid that you helped save as well. You remember this like almost almost struggling to swim Harangon that you helped pull up into, that you helped get up into the boat before like the boat kind of took a turn for the worst. Stila tried to help you, and that's about where you kind of like your memory kind of cuts off. And as you kind of like come to, you wake up, you see Stila kind of like sitting across the room from you, kind of like leaned forward, like forearms on her knees, kind of staring mostly just at the ground. Like not really taking stock necessarily of what's happening with you, but just like kind of uncomfortably kind of looking side to side.
You ever like take a nap and it feels like it's been like 2 months? Man.
Trigger, you're okay. Yeah, how you doing, kid?
I'm pretty okay. Wait, should I not be okay? Oh God, I'm dead. I'm dead. You do not look
nope.
like the person who I normally see when I almost die.
That was already. I have questions, but I have information. Who do you see when you die?
I don't know. It's just like a cool mythical figure that like not everybody gets to see because they're not everybody's as cool as me yet. But it might just be like one of the big three. Okay, it doesn't really matter. What was your information?
No shit. Like
No,
what?
okay, I told you thing. You have to tell me. No, hey, I'm done sharing. I'm done sharing.
Okay,
Your turn.
The people that found us don't necessarily. You know how like we both like before coming here. You know what your job was? Don't say it. That's what
I really want to say it now.
Mm-mm.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. I've moved on.
You're a starring pirate?
I'm not anymore, kid.
You're pie maker. Pie maker.
I am a pie maker, and I used to be a pie maker. And the people who kind of found us don't love that. I
Because they don't like pie.
Yeah, but like when sometimes pie makes people sick, I guess. You know.
Yeah, because sometimes you like bake people into the pie because they really deserve to get off.
Yeah, like sometimes pirates will do that, and like my crew used to do that all the time to tricorns, but we didn't mess with mermaids. Do you know anything about mermaids?
Wait. Mostly that they're kind of storming assholes, but like I don't. Oh, what? They're kind of like the worst. Like they're all like, I'm partially a human, and I'm partially a fish, and I think that that's kind of some people shouldn't have that much power. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're both kind of fish right now, and like kind of gestures like we're underwater.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Wait, so did mermaids take us?
Yeah. I think.
Do you want me to kill them?
We're in a cage right now. I think because of the whole pie maker thing.
Oh, it's a cage. Oh, okay. All right. Things are becoming more clear. For some reason, my visual description of this did not seem okay.
Absolutely. So right now you sit in. You're kind of on like two like basically makeshift cots, like flat rocks that had maybe like a tarp or something draped over them. But even as like you sit up, the tarp has been kind of like float into like the jetsam. There's like coral kind of pillars.
To be given a blanket underwater.
Yeah. There's like coral pillars on the one side of this cave, and like you might occasionally see the flicker of movement on the other side. But it's like kind of like you can like see out the door, and then Stila has like almost like her back to like the shared wall kind of thing. I think we're alive because they want something.
Do they want to like be either human or fish? Because I get that. I'm not capable of giving that to them. But if they want, I could like cut one of them in half, and I could cut somebody else in half, and we could kind of like glue them back together. Do you think that's what they want?
I don't think that's what they want, but to be honest, I can't be sure because they wouldn't.
Right.
They wanted both of us awake and ready.
I'll just ask. That's probably more polite, anyways. Excuse me, merfuckers.
You raise your voice, and kind of like Steeler just like sits back, like okay, whatever. As a figure kind of swims up, probably like if you were like standing. This figure is kind of has like a similar build to you, but they have like an extra like 3 to 4 feet long of a tail. This almost like the somewhat soft features of this person kind of here mending the cage with like a big spear to kind of like plant herself at the bars of the cage kind of goes up to you and kind of starts off speaking in a language that potentially you don't understand, speaking kind of like mermaid. Give me an insight check.
First roll in like 7,000 years. 18?
Nice. You don't pick up on all of the words that she's kind of saying. It doesn't feel violent. Like, it doesn't feel like a threat, or it feels more like a question that she's asking. As like has like this like upward lilt at the end, kind of like tilts her head, sees that you kind of like you're only picking up pieces, and she kind of closes her eyes. You seemed strong. 2 isn't enough.
Okay. So what I know about counting is that there are more numbers after 2. And that is probably... You want more than just me and my friend here?
She like nods. Friends?
Yeah, friends are people who will like kill other people for you because they would rather keep you alive and other people dead.
Kind of gestures.
Do you have friends?
Gestures like, we could be friends. You need more.
I need more. Oh, well, okay. First of all, I've got plenty of friends. I've got like a crew of which I'm a valued member. And I've got like another crew of which
points to your shoulder like.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's a little complicated, but I think we're probably okay.
And she kind of like starts like. She kind of like she's like it's like yeah, and she kind of like starting to like back away, like no.
Oh no! Oh wait. Oh, this is. Oh God. Okay. So, I used to be a pirate, and I'm still a pirate. I will not be renouncing my trade.
Steele is just like, I quit. Like that's why this is tied. Like you see, like Steela has like this bandage tied around her arm. It was like covering up like the thing. Like pulls it down. Like yeah, like it's not there. I have scales. It doesn't go away.
But where I pirate currently, yar, I yar on land. My crew, sickly pale, dead, almost dead, no breathe water. My captain, like fish, but in land. No, skyfish, owl. So I pirate land now. So you're cool. We're cool. We don't have to have beef.
She kind of like nods. Okay, like kind of like has like come back over to the bars after kind of like moving away. Angel.
Thank you. You can call me Trigger too. Angel's your name.
Angel. Trigger 2.
No, I'm Trigger 1. Wait. Oh God, this is gonna be rough. It's gonna get a lot of counting really fast. Okay, why do you need more than 2?
Big monsters.
Big water monsters. Water.
But big prize.
Like treasure? Is it like treasure? Yeah, it's gonna be treasure.
She kind of like points to your shoulder. Big ship.
A ship? A whole ass ship? Oh, this is so stormy and stupid. Great. Okay. Okay. Can it go on water or is it in water? Because if it's in water, that's like not good for us.
In water, broken. Not forever.
Fix. Not forever. Oh, I love not forever. That's like my favorite way of explaining time. Okay. Okay. So I leave your shitty little cage, and I go get friends, and I come back. I promise on being a pirate. Sorry, a land pirate. Soon to be sea pirate again.
Give me a persuasion check, and I'll say Stila will kind of like lean over top of you on the bars, just kind of just like the kid's quick. He's helpful. Keep an eye on him, but he can get the job done. And I'll give you a help action.
Thank you. Help action. Okay. 14. I tell you what. Angel, keep. Oh gosh. Angel, keep plunger puss.
She like kind of like
This,
and then sees that you're holding a gun.
which for some reason was not confiscated, and I probably is an oversight on my part. But
No, you haven't.
yeah, this is the thing I care about most in this entire world because it blows faces off. You want to hold on to it while I go get my friends?
As you say that, she kind of looks at it, and like she's been a little like hesitant with like talking to the prisoners. You say that, and she kind of like her eyes kind of like light up, like cool.
Yeah, really, it's coral. It's coral.
Coral.
If I don't come back, you can blow off face of friend here. You can kill friend. I come back. I promise on dead friend.
Stila was like, you had her. She's on your what? That was extra.
I think it's important to set. I think it's important to set expectations. I've been told that this is called collateral.
She was going to escort you, but now she just wants to stay and play with the plunderpuss. Yes. Come back. Bring friends. My friends will explain.
Okay. Thanks. Question. Are all mermaids girls, or is that just like a weird gendered thing that we've like... No, just you. You're a girl. Are you a girl?
Miso male. Angel girl.
You miso, like a paste.
Miso.
Okay.
And like just like basically just draws my mustache in the water.
Oh, wow. Who knew that facial hair was just the thing that they wanted underwater? Cool. You're awesome, and I'll be back soon. How old are... Never mind. It's not important.
She kind of like touches her like spear to like one of the coral pillars, and it kind of like grows back into like the stalagmite style, kind of pulling up, giving enough space for you to pass through.
I'll be back in. I don't know how you measure time. In a not forever. Bye.
Not forever.
And
before you exit,
I shoot to the surface.
Before you exit this cavern, you just hear.
God, Steela's not gonna last.
It sounds like it's coming far away from Steela. It seems like Angel wanted to try it out.
Nice.
So
mermaid with a gun.
Mermaid with a gun back on the surface. Those of you in the Forgotten Escape have been given potions of water breathing by Skip, and I have to rearrange some of these tokens because that's not where people are anymore. As you make your way out into the square, as you step out into what was once a storm not too terribly long ago, let's have Gwyn and Pike give me perception checks.
Absolutely.
Ooh. 22.
Nice.
That is a 11.
Nice. Pike, You are more like the thing that you notice is like the kind of like the slight devastation of what's going on around you. Like you see like immediately kind of like as a fisherman and as like a carpenter and a craftsman, you're like you see that like oh like that's part of the keel of the ship I was on. Like that's a big piece to just break off in the storm and wash on the shore. Like this
Basically,
wasn't
like half the ship. I'm imagining.
it seems
Oh, wow.
like as you're putting it together, it's like, oh, we didn't just run into some rocks. There was something else, like something bigger at play here. And you're kind of noticing that, like, okay, like, yeah, there's pieces that are broken, like like there's pieces of the mast, like that was splintered, like that wasn't like it wasn't like scraping against the rocks. That was something a lot stronger. Not really taking in kind of the other things kind of around you because you're also seeing this for the first time in daylight. Gwen, however, you do sort of notice some of the more details of the destruction. These like ghostly creatures that were attacking you and were attacking Gilda's Keep last night. You see kind of evidence, almost like giant scorched like trails, kind of going through some of the streets. It seems like everywhere else may have been a little more isolated, like these creatures like swept down and like maybe tried to attack someone or grab somebody. But it doesn't seem like the destruction is nearly as bad as the giant version that you were fighting at Gilda's Keep. You notice some of like the destruction, like the pieces of boat that have washed up on shore. That feels more in line with kind of when you washed up. Like pieces of a ship that was kind of obliterated by Cyclops plus Kraken plus Storm plus rocks. Like this like grouping of things kind of all coming together for a whole lot of terrible stuff.
Are you saying that it felt like the energy was directed towards Gilda's Keep in particular?
It does seem like potentially it was.
Like she has something that they wanted.
And also...
But she would never do that because she's a good person. And good
I'd say
people.
So many layers deep in this.
like that's where Gwen's paranoia goes in thinking whatever this like otherworldly force was, it was attacking Gilda's Keep.
Right. It wasn't attacking the cove. It was attacking Gilda's Keep.
I can't find my token for Weedy. But you do notice Weedy bends kind of around the water. The brother of the Wing of the Sea. He looks to be kind of like checking some of like the debris and the like these broken boats and things, presumably looking for anyone else who has washed up. But he doesn't seem to be doing a terribly good job of it. He seems to be on the more frantic side. There we go. I found this token.
Hey, Weedy, how's it going?
Okay. Hey, Gwen, Kachi, what's up? Hey,
This is Pike.
no, okay,
Hi.
cool. Wasn't sure if you're a newcomer. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I got here yesterday, and that gestures to the hulk of the boat in the background.
Oh, you were.
He was better than Trigger, so we just swapped him out.
Oh, damn, that's cold. You haven't
I guess
seen
I'm.
Steela, have you?
No. Word on the street is that some people haven't been spotted. So
Oh shit.
you think she's doing a mission and brought Trigger and Kettle?
Last I heard, she was. She took one boat. I went with Bubble, and we were kind of fishing people out of the ocean. Wait. I saw Pike. You said your name was Pike. You were.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Hi.
You were dragged that frog guy out, didn't you?
Yes.
Thanks
Pasty
for,
Gene.
Thanks for helping. I was. We were trying to pull. as
I
many
gotta
people as
say
we
though,
could.
he was to put it mildly, real rude.
Oh yeah. We pulled a tiefling out of the water who said he knew him. Said he was kind of a dick. But,
Yeah,
like,
no, he
people said
started
crazy stuff.
to put it mildly, he started a pretty big fight in the tavern back there, and it was
Shit.
yeah. I mean, we dealt with it pretty quickly, but there were some weird beasties, some too many eyes, too many eyeballs.
Oh, damn, that's gross.
Yeah, it was
okay.
icky.
Look, Stila is supposed to check in with Gilda. She obviously isn't. She hasn't. She can't. That's why I was kind of like brought to my attention that she never made it back.
Sure.
I can go talk to Gilda, see if she's heard anything, any updates, kind of act as like the sub, her backup, I guess. Could you all keep an eye out for Stila? Maybe she's with Trigger. I know he was helping her.
Sure, yeah. I mean, what does Stila look like?
I mean, we're aquatic dragonborn, so she looks kind of like me. She usually wears like
Cool.
this green scarf because it's like her uniform.
I don't think I've ever actually met Dragonborn before. You guys,
Oh, well, sick.
this is
Hey.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Cursed
If that's weird for me to say, I'm very sorry.
it's not the strangest, I guess.
Fair enough.
Everyone watches up here in a little bit of a state of shock anyway, so it's not the strangest thing I've heard.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What was your name again?
Weedy Benz.
Weedy. Cool. Hi, Pike.
Yeah, Pike. I'll see you around. Hey, a lot of the people who are more prone to being skilled in the water can always find work at the docks. We salvage
Nice.
sort of stuff that washes up if
Yeah.
you're ever looking for work or just
I'm a
fill an
pretty
afternoon.
skilled fisherman myself, so
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Sick.
yeah,
Oh,
mostly catch salmon, but hey,
Perfect. I mean, you're in good hands, Gwen, Kachi. If you guys keep an eye out for your little bud, my sister, I'll check in with Gilda and Lance and.
I
Let
heard
them know.
something about mermaids. Does that mean anything?
oh yeah.
Weedy will. Oh damn. Okay. I'm gonna let Weedy drop some lore.
Ooh.
With the wrong OneNote open. You see, as you say, like mermaids, Weedy kind of gets. I'm gonna call it a like almost a wistful look in his eye. As he kind of like, oh, mermaids. Wow, I don't. I mean, I've never. I've heard like the stories of mermaids, like Haddlekin.
Stories,
like
have you
their
heard?
city and stuff, but like it's kind of like a fairy tale.
I'd love to hear it.
Hell yeah! Grab some drinks or something. I've was a sailor for a while, so I heard some stories. People like to say they've seen things, but I don't know if I believe it.
I get you. I get you. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw a mermaid once back in my fishing village, Sockeye. So
No shit. Where Sockeye is that? North Elven Coast.
it's pretty far north. Yeah, it's pretty icy.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've ever made it up that far. Maybe hey, maybe that's where
It's
the mermaids
it's
are at.
really little. No reason really to visit unless you're an avid fisherman.
Or looking
but,
for mermaids, I guess.
Look, apparently, listen, I lived there most of my life, and I'd only seen the one. Yeah, it was fighting this huge octopus, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I kind of swooped in and saved the day, as it were. But
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
yeah, me and my my Pike and his Pike. So-
All right, Pike. Glad I met you, man. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you, Gwen. Catch you later.
Yeah.
All right.
And basically, as soon as Weedy kind of ducks away, a figure steps out of the water, having swam long way from being imprisoned in the depths of Cursed Cove. Trigger, approaching your friends Gwen and Kachi, you see a sea elf. Looks to be perhaps maybe twice your age or something along those lines. They appear to be in adulthood of a sea elf, holding a pike. Whether you think that you have been replaced or they've just found another friend, that's up to you. But they do have met a sea elf. Grant, would you like to describe Pike just for Trigger, who wasn't here last time?
Yeah, absolutely. He is kind of in some very homely clothes, has long, tussly white hair, maybe a bit of scruff, and does carry around this old looking spear. Yeah, a small leather pack that would hold some standard supplies and maybe a wooden tackle box attached to the belt. Yeah, he's pretty ho hum, nonchalant.
Awesome.
Trigger,
Gwen, Kashi.
you were just swimming.
Hey, okay. I know you guys probably couldn't know this, but that's an imposter. That's not me. I'm Trigger. I'm the real Trigger. Oh, okay. Okay, I want you to move slowly towards me, away from the person who is trying to steal my identity.
Oh
No, hold up. I don't.
no, this is.
Pike. That was my Kachi.
Oh.
I like that. That's very good.
Oh, phew. For a second, I thought you guys were either like really racist and you're like, yeah, all CLs look the same, or like somebody was trying to, I don't know, impersonate a friend and like getting here to like kill one of you.
Honestly,
but that would be like a really
that
crazy
seems
guy.
like something you would say.
Well, Gwen, you were talking about somebody that might have been a changeling. So yeah.
Whoa! You guys are on like a last name basis already. Who is this
On a
person?
last name basis.
I guess I should introduce myself. I overheard just now your Trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger
Who's
like a
asking?
triggerfish, yeah.
Okay, and what's your name?
I'm
Your
Pike.
name is for a fish?
Also like a fish?
Yeah, like a pike.
Well, great. Wait, is a triggerfish like a real thing?
A triggerfish is IRL. A triggerfish is an actual thing. Yes.
You're not
did you
even
choose to be
named after a gun.
I think I'm I think
know
the
you were
gun
named
was
after a
named
fish.
after me. I don't really know. Okay.
I didn't mean to start an existential crisis. I'm so
It's
sorry,
fine.
buddy.
Get over here
okay.
before the mermaids grab you again.
Mermaids. Wait, you've met Angel?
No,
Wait,
we've
what?
heard that there's mermaids in the water.
Yeah, there are, and they're my new friends. I think I might be in love with one, which is a
No,
weird
that's
feeling
what
for
they do
me to
before they
have.
suck your soul out. You
Whoa,
don't want to see
that is
where.
not what pirates say that they suck. That
Well.
is crazy. No, go, guys. No, Stila, is probably gonna die unless we go back. So we should probably go back
Okay.
and see her.
I
Oh,
don't.
good.
Wait,
I
we were
haven't-
just talking to what's his name? Weedy?
Weedy.
Weedy, yeah.
Weedy,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Grand Flake. Yeah, they, so here's the deal, right? So mermaids, apparently they're not so fond of pirates, which is like, kind of what we are. Also, Weedy, I had no idea that Stila used to be a pirate.
I'm just a
That's
fisherman,
bitchin'.
so
Oh, all right, yeah, trust me, you're not part of the crew, so
Stila
it's fine.
used to
You
be
can
a pirate?
fisherman.
okay. I guess.
Steel used to be a pirate, and so did I. And then they were like, "Okay, we're gonna take you captive," but apparently not because they're
Who
like, "Hey, we need more
was
people."
she
And
a
I was like,
pirate to?
I don't know. Stop. Pay attention. And so we were like, "Okay, you need more people for what?" And they're like, "Kill monsters." And I was like, "We do that all the time." And they're like, "You kill monsters, and we'll give you ship." And I was like boats, like big ship, and they're like, probably, I don't know. The language barrier is kind of a thing. It's kind of like speaking like Spanish, and they're like, you speak Spanish, and there's like they only speak Portuguese, so it's a little confusing. But we can totally do this. Sorry, I meant to say infernal. My mistake.
Infernal's French.
Infernal is French. We will find a good solution for Portuguese soon. So the three of us need to go right now.
Well, good thing I have this potion of water breathing.
Oh, sweet. Kachi, do you have a potion of water breathing?
Yeah, it's in this yard of Margarita.
Great. An older, ugly version of me. You can stay here. Okay? Awesome. Let's go.
No. I'm
Pike is
not
very
just
valuable.
sticking around. I'm
Pike,
not ugly
what?
either. That's
Wait. Guys, okay. Sorry. Hi. I think we got off on the wrong foot.
I think you did get off on the wrong foot. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I should probably think about apologizing. While I do that, go stand over there for me. Kachi, Gwyn, can we talk for a second?
No, we have to save Stila right now, you said.
Right. You're right. And I think it's important that we're all on the same wavelength before we go and do that.
Point of order, Pike is walking into the water.
Just like, okay, yeah.
He's about waist deep, just death glaring at Trigger.
He has no idea which way he's going. It's fine. Hey, who the fuck is this guy and why have you replaced me?
No, he crashed. He did happen to be a sea elf. He killed Pasty Jean, who was trying to kill you. He came.
Pasty Jean, like my friend from the ship?
No, he's not your friend. He was trying to kill you.
He's a pirate. Yeah, he was in the Cyclops' crew. We were cool.
All right. Either way, he blew up. There were eyeballs everywhere. Eyeball monsters trying to hunt you down and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they be trying to kill me? That doesn't make any sense. I think you guys probably got the story wrong.
We probably got the story wrong, but Pike is in the group now. Pike's one of us.
Like, officially? I didn't even get a vote.
Not officially, but unofficially in the group because, like, Europa met him.
Does he get my room? I don't want him to have my room.
Oh! No. We have plenty of rooms. He can get a different room. Here, let's vote right now. Can Pike join Kachi? I vote yes.
Wait, do we all have to be in agreement? Or is it just like...
No, it's majority for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's really out.
But I heard Stila doesn't like him, so if we rescue Stila, she's a vote for you. So why don't we go get Stila? So
I'm gonna hold my vote for right now. I'm gonna practice abstinence, so I'm not gonna vote. But we'll vote after I get a better. But permission to kill him if he gets like too, I don't know, weird or something.
Sure.
That's always been the rule.
You guys know I've never met another sea elf? Do you think that's crazy that I've never met another sea elf? I kind of thought I was the only one.
I haven't talked to this many. Like this long.
And you still might not.
I won't.
Okay. Yeah. You guys ready to go look for some mermaids and maybe get a ship?
Yeah, bottoms up.
Yeah, it's one of those like state fair long tubes.
It's just too easy to tease Alan because I could just make a bunch of noises.
It's shaped like an alien, like with the big eyes.
Yeah,
incredible.
Like the weirdest, like
the hardest thing to hold for hours.
He put it in the beaker.
It's got a silly straw.
Yes.
Fantasy silly straws.
We will bring this in the water. We can use it to help kill any sea turtles.
Oh no!
We're killing sea turtles too?
No, just let's go.
Okay.
Kachi and Gwyn.
And I show them the way that I swim.
Yes, you are. You're able to lead.
And I'm like really. Yeah, Pike, I'm like really fast. So it's pretty impressive.
Really fast, but also, I would say, like, to a weird extent, able to easily navigate his way through the landscape that all looks the same. Like, even to you, Pike, this area is unfamiliar. You're built for the water, so, like, you're a little bit better to see the terrain than your companions, who is an owlin swimming and breathing underwater. How does that work? And then a sickly human who is having as much of it as a hard time as a person covered in feathers, whose huge poncho is weighing them down. But even with that, like, Trigger is nimble, but also like precisely retracing his steps, or strokes, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way that
I feel like
beelining.
I feel like Pike would be impressed that somebody is like if a fellow sea elf is as good a swimmer as that at such a young age.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how old would you say I am?
I don't know that like Pike would have shared that aloud necessarily, but I feel like he thinks.
Trigger would ask.
Better question. How old are you?
Wait, can we speak underwater?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we can.
For the ease of things, absolutely. Because otherwise,
For the ease of things,
it's a lot of mind.
I don't know. I guess maybe 10 or 12. I don't know.
You, fuck off. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No. How old am I? How
Tell
old?
me-
Oh, I was asking. I was answering the question of how old you were.
Oh, how old? I was like,
No,
I was like,
I'm. How old is Pike? Golly, I'm 43.
okay. I'm almost as old as you, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Age
How old is
weird.
How old is that?
I don't know. I've been told that I might be 28, but I don't know how old that actually is. I haven't learned to count that high yet. I'm only on to 20.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thanks. I mean, I don't care. Keeps paddling.
Keeps paddling along, leading their way underwater, into our next map where you can see the ocean floor. Now this map is a test of the D&D Beyond Alpha. So if you guys want to go to D&D Beyond, if you have it open for your character sheets, and on a new tab, if you want to go to Maps and try to open Shattered Ships as a game, hopefully it'll show you the map that I have on screen on the stream.
Let me see here. Shattered Ships.
I don't fully know how it works on the back end like that. I also accidentally made the mermaids enormous. So when you see the tokens, they're giant by accident.
Let me see here.
Don't see Shattered Ships as one of the options.
It looks like it should be, because I've used this a little bit here, Matt. Just as the DM though, have you've launched the game from?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm seeing launch game log.
Should be launched.
Okay.
Game of choice.
Because yeah, I don't see game info.
Like I see a bunch of that I have made, like my campaign.
Oh, is it not coming up with like other people's campaigns that you are?
Yeah, I'm just seeing the blank sheet. What you might be able to do is in the corner, there's the game info, and then there's a maps link, copy maps link to share with players in this game.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe try that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
So let me go into the...
Cool. Thank you, Grant. I assumed it would be linked to like various accounts and things, but that was an assumption on my part.
Yeah.
With new technology. I just like that it's not
I think I'm still
as clunky as
trying to
120.
find it here.
Cool. I put the link in the group chat for
Lovely.
this. Let me know if you guys are able to open it up.
Let us see. Still blank.
Oh, no, I'm zooming out and I see it.
Oh yeah, the
Okay, yes,
yeah.
I see it here too. Okay,
Only
yeah,
the
we're good.
bottom left of the map is currently available, currently
Uh-huh.
visible, because they added like
Fogginess or whatever.
like the fog of
Fog of War, yeah.
features,
Okay.
which was something that was missing before, and I did a little googling and found out how to add custom like tokens and things for NPCs and stuff. But it's in a way that's like directly helpful for like keeping track of stats and things. So I'm very interested.
I've used it for a little bit of campaigns myself. So and it's been pretty intuitive.
Yes, I'm pleased with it so far. I was able to basically copy what I had and like roll 20 over to this in like maybe 20 minutes.
Beautiful.
And I don't make things easy on myself. So I was like, okay, this is very cool. I'm impressed so far. So maybe I might be switching to this because that way it's integrated with character sheets and Roll20 is
all
very
in-house.
clunky.
Cool.
But, yes, so down in the underwater area, because Trigger, you were able to so successfully negotiate with your with the mermaid that you were being held captive by. I'm actually just going to reveal a little bit extra of the map.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So you have located sort of this hidden entrance into the area here. To the note, it's swimming inside of this little cavern here. You know that it opens up to the left because you had to swim the opposite way basically to get out to where you left Angel with your plunger puss. And where Stila and you spent the night. Didn't mention it before, but take a long rest if you haven't. They gave you ample time to sleep, especially for a sea elf. So you are at full currently. But you were able to successfully navigate your way through all of this hidden area to where the mermaids are hiding. Upon as you kind of like, is there anything you would like prep your friends with before swimming back into the cave? Like, you know the cave is approaching, you find the crack, you can kind of land on the ground and make sure everyone can regroup for a moment. Is there anything that you would communicate to them?
Yeah, so I think she's really into me, but I just feel like the language barrier is going to be a problem. You know? Gwen, what do you think?
Well, is she a fish? Is she an animal?
Okay, first of all, please do not say that when we're there. Okay, I think that's going to get a lot of things that really hurt.
Well, it's
All right.
an animal. I can cast speak with animals.
Okay, no, they're like people. They're just like kind of different people. You know how like, you know, like Kachi is like a person, but like kind of like a different person.
Do they have a certain
Right,
type?
Kachi?
I think
they have a certain type?
we all might need this.
And Kachi's going to use going to spread out some bardic inspirations. I'm going to let these count as like the DM, so that when Alan returns next session, I'm not wasting his resources by just choosing to use them here to make it easier for me. So everyone set aside a D8 during the swim here. Kachi has given everyone a bardic inspiration to use whenever they wish.
Nice.
Thanks, Kachi. Okay,
no
let's go meet
problem.
my like I don't know soulmate.
Oh, yeah, well, if they let you out, then they like you, Trigger. I think you should take the lead.
Yeah, but I gave. Okay, oh, great, cool. Because I want my gun back too. I think that's important.
You don't have your
Pike, you
gun?
no, I told them that they could shoot Stila if I didn't.
You have a gun?
Enough.
If you don't have
You're
a
like
gun,
12.
you don't know what you are.
First of all, I think that right now age seems a little irrelevant considering you think you're 48. But yes, I have a gun. I'm very proficient. I kill motherfuckers all the time. Let's do this.
It's named the
Honey, I'm
Plunderpuss.
home. Yeah, it used to be called a blunderbuss, but I thought that was a stupid name, so I changed it to the plunderpuss.
I think
And that's when I learned how to say.
Ike would whisper to Kachi, that's still a stupid name.
Yeah, he likes it.
I mean,
He
all
named-
right.
He named it himself.
If it makes him happy, if it makes you happy, all right.
There was a lizard folk who like made it out of like lava metal.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
It fires underwater. It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty.
That is
it's pretty.
that is
decent.
pretty cool. That is
It's
pretty
made
cool.
it's made out of lava smelt. Lava smelt sucks compared to Arbor Forge, which is like wood metal.
Oh.
Never mind. Kaji's got a chip on his shoulder about it.
I'm gonna let you keep going.
I got this
teach me more.
lava smelt dagger, but I got an arbor forged sword. I don't even know like which is which. Like that offhand. Yeah, never mind. I got my own stuff.
Meanwhile, Bobby has every weapon under the sun, hoping that one will be the one that does it. Like, please. This is it. All right. Hey, Angel, it's me. I'm back. And hi, mustache man. Whoa.
So yeah, as you all swim into this cavern, this undersea cavern seems to be like the immediate entrance. You can see that kind of there's an area that goes off to this one. That kind of goes off to the right, but Trigger leads you to the left. To the right, it seems a bit dark, and so let's say somewhat foreboding. To the left, there are like some it seems like there's been like some like bioluminescent algae kind of cultivated, so that this area is kind of glowing, although it's inside of like a cave, and there are a few like openings, kind of hewn into the rock on either side. Off to the right, you see this like somewhat smaller, well, maybe a younger looking mermaid that Angel or that Trigger has potentially described or maybe introduced himself as Angel. As he swims in, this is the girl that kind of turns around and she kind of has like this like enormous like what is the real name? A
blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss, yes, thank you. A blunderbuss like up to her shoulder and like is like firing at coral in this distance here.
Whoa, Angel, hey. I'm
Very
gonna
fun.
teach you how to fire that properly. Come here. And I come up and I'm gonna try and like do like the pool cue thing on her.
Do the pool cue
And I was like-
thing. Cute.
I was like,
give me a persuasion check, or I'll say, give me a sleight of hand, because you're showing how to like. It's like a dexterity-based skill you're trying to show off.
if you really want to kill somebody, you gotta aim for the face, okay? That's a 15.
Nice. Would you like to use your bardic inspiration?
No.
But you go up to assist Angel, and like as you kind of like you like put a hand on like her shoulder and like adjust the grip, she kind of looks and kind of like gives you like a little bit of a side eye, and then just like aims at like a crab and just like pinpoints it off the wall.
If you wanted to run away, I would leave everybody for you.
As Trigger's immediately preoccupied, this much bulkier looking merman, large, like long blue mustache that the ends are like floating in the current. He has kind of like, it's like what looks to be like almost like a hammer and like a enormous like railroad tie crossed on his back. As you all walk in, like kind of like swims up and kind of like goes almost like reacts to the movement, and then sees kind of like the vibe that Trigger and Angel kind of have. You must be Trigger's associates.
Whoa.
Pike
Yeah,
is
they're my
absolutely
crew.
gobsmacked right now.
Pike, as you swim into this cavern, you see immediately Angel, this young mermaid. You see Miso, this like large, bulky mermaid. Like there is like this like wave of nostalgia, or almost like a deja vu that kind of that washes over you. Miso kind of reacts to the group like, friends of Trigger, and he like locks eyes with you. You have helped my kind before.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. And you,
How?
kind of like locking with you, you can vouch for the small one and the dragon.
Stila is a highly respected member of the community, and Trigger holds a close place in my heart. For opposing and various reasons, both of them should return to the surface.
Not you. This one. Like pointing at Pike. You can vouch for these two.
I can vouch for the two next to me, though I must say this is my first time meeting the one ahead of you. I don't know who the other one is. I'm sorry.
Honesty. Expected
Yes.
of one who has saved and not hunted. I will return in kind. Within these caves, there is a threat we need help to extinguish, to exterminate. We, myself, my associates, were captured by a sea monster. We were taken in, presumably, to be food, and we escaped. To escape where we are. This place is a prison. We are cut off from our home. To leave, we must, at some point, face the Kraken.
I knew it. I wanted it to be mean sharks, but I just
Inside this cave is the spawn of the Kraken. We have found its nest. Near the nest, as Angel told Trigger, he kind of cast his eyes disapproving at Angel's being too forthright with information. A large ship. 2 pieces. A pirate ship from the Mythic Age. Built by elves. Carved from wood that resists mold and decay. It was once split in half by the Kraken. Where the young Kraken live, this boat can be a tool or a prize. Kill the Kraken or bury them. Slay them, and the ship is your prize. Bury them, and the ship will be an impenetrable wall to prevent them from growing and assisting the larger Kraken out there.
Wow.
Sorry, I was too busy risen up this mermaid. What did you say? We're taking up little Krakens, but not the mama?
Juvenile. They are Krakens in development. Still just as deadly as perhaps their parent, though not as powerful. We once were 5, now we are 4. The loss of my mate taught us a lesson.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, I was so you're single. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Is everybody trying to fuck a mermaid?
Everyone in this
I don't know, they're hot. They're hot.
Literally in my backstory.
Oh, right. Sorry, this is your thing. I'm willing to kill a Kraken, baby. I'm just gonna say that.
I've never fished for anything this big, but listen, I do love me some calamari.
So the nest is here. What the Kraken's still going to be alive, though. How are you going to escape if we just kill the babies? The mom, which, by the way, is like way worse and also kind of terrifying and also kind of works hand in hand with my. Never mind, it's not important. What
Sounds important.
What are we going to do about that?
Angel kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, Trigger. Like it passes you like the ear plunger puts back.
Oh, thank you. I felt so empty without it.
We'll fight in time. Getting home worth danger. And like the way that she is speaking, it seems like she is almost like the equivalent of like common is like new to her, whereas Miso is more familiar with it, but she's doing her best. Danger worth it to get home. Are you the same?
Am I going home? To your home? Am I going to your home? No, I'm probably not. You're sorry, you have like a piece of starlight in your eye.
So
I think
cute.
I think I stay with my crew. Remember, land pirate.
She does the aerial move and just kind of like.
That the thing you have in your hand. No, that is a sea urchin. That is very. Please put that down. That is very poisonous. Yeah. Wait. Just take a bite. But I'd help you get home if I could visit you. Maybe. Where do you live? Never mind. Sorry, that was forward of me.
Miso kind of reading the room, kind of like gives like looks at like the young ones and kind of just like looks over like the rest of the party, like, what can you do? Young love.
Is that your dad, by the way? Is that your dad?
Protector, not dad.
Oh, okay.
And
not like you guys never like did
Angel.
nothing together, right?
Angel is a young knight. She is a very capable warrior. I once trained her and others like her back home.
Cool. And, yeah.
Pike would swim over to the opening where Stila is, and would ask Miso, would this one be able to help as well?
Misa kind of looks over at because you are the one who asked. He kind of comes over. If you require assistance, she can aid you.
Just thinking about what us landlubbers, if you will, know about the Kraken. It is a terrible and deadly beast, which seems the case. And I think the more the merrier, and we may be able to dispatch it a bit quicker and more safely if we have more help.
Indeed.
Would you be interested in this? I'm sorry, is your name? Are you Stella? Is it Stella?
Like Stila kind of leans. It's like I think I kind of walked over, just like, yeah, Stila.
Stila, thank you. You've a brother Wheatley.
You saw Weedy?
Weedy, yeah.
Why the hell isn't he saving me?
Well, he asked
you're not his keeper. I'm sorry. Yeah, yo, mermaid guy. Hey, what's up? I'll be tossing in there with Gwen. Yeah, so you're single. But yeah, if they need my help, I'll lend my fists, lend my feet, however I can. I'm good at I don't have experience punching Kraken, but hey, it's the first time for everything.
I would like to insight Stila.
Oh yeah,
Really
go for it.
Yeah, because like obviously I get the sense that she wants to get out and back to her brother, but I want to see if there's like anything else that's more of like an ulterior motive.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an insight check.
Especially in regards to these two mermaids. That is going to be a 22 total.
You get the sense that like she's being fairly forthright. Like I was like, doesn't see herself as like she wasn't volunteering to go be the one to face these monsters on behalf of these creatures. Like maybe there isn't that level of like selflessness, but as soon as like, okay, people I trust, like she's like locked eyes with Trigger and kind of like been amused by him and Angel and kind of gave like the what's up nod to like Gwyn and Kachi as they kind of walked in and like, yeah, I'm good for a fight. And you get this like, it seems like that's the truest thing that she said. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I've always been good
And
at.
I'd be able to clock that Stila has a rapport with Gwyn and Kachi.
Yeah, you definitely
Okay,
clock that.
super,
Like,
super.
ooh,
Mm-hmm.
messed with them.
Yeah, I'd probably glance back to Gwyn and just point and be like just with my face, she cool.
Stila was there the last time we fought a Kraken and helped.
You fought a Kraken already?
Well, we didn't kill it.
You faced a Kraken.
You
faced a
fought?
Kraken.
We had.
Yeah, I just like dashed in between its tentacles and I grabbed the magic mirror that totally made us more powerful. It's pretty cool.
True.
That's
Angel, like
That's
Angel
impressive.
and Miso, probably Pike as well, just like.
Yeah, it was really dangerous, but somebody had to do it, and I guess it's just all in a day's work.
That was
Listen,
really
I
brave of
here
you.
I was thinking I was clever, just ramming a giant octopus with my little boat, but that's
Prince
the stuff of legends. That's amazing.
Eric, say what?
Miso puts a hand on like your shoulder, Pike, just like a like clapping it on.
Oh,
It's like those who help merfolk are remembered by them all. Your action was not small, and should you all prove successful, you will gain allies that will fight for your cause to the end.
if I may, did we get introduced? Miso, yes.
Miso.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I can ask one more request upon completion of this task. I've sort of set out to, just after my experience, just to find out more about your kind and maybe find the person I helped that fateful day. I'd love to learn more about how to find more of your kind, where you live. I've been fascinated, maybe a little enamored, but just you all are fascinating. I've lived my entire life just as a fisherman on the ocean, and well, to live in the ocean, that would be a very awfully big adventure, I think.
Kind of like looks like it just feels your sincerity from this as Miso kind of looks at you. My partner fell in the nest of the Kraken. He had an amulet that could help us find home.
So your home is secret, rightly so.
Difficult to find. It is
Sure.
built in the skeleton of a creature felled by our ancestors.
Wow.
And so a piece of that creature can guide you home. My partner fell with his. Should you find it, it will make all of our journey home safer. If the ship that is... Did you almost fall off the tables ago? You are a cat. You're supposed to be graceful.
Hold up for just 1 second. Your cat is named Zuko?
Yes.
My
Katara.
cat's name is Zuko.
No way!
Yes.
Yeah, we got Zuko and Katara in our household.
Wow. We have Zuko. We had Azula. She's no longer with us, but she is remembered fondly.
Annie had Suki.
That's so fun.
My-
Avatar cat
my-
names.
I don't own a cat, but my car's name is Zuzu because I couldn't decide if it was a boy or a girl, and I wanted it to be a firebender.
It's an honorary Subaru.
There's 2 orange cats
Zubaru.
in Orlando that Annie wants to adopt called named Mako and Bolin. that are
Cute.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's awesome.
They were crazy when she met
Well,
them. So.
we've been derailed.
They are orange cats.
I'm so sorry to derail that, but I I was like,
That was
wait
amazing.
a second.
Yes, catfish are well loved in Haddlekin, where we come from. Yes, the ship inside, should Trigger's crew be interested in it, would require a skilled carpenter.
I've got a little bit of carpentry
to
skill.
repair.
I mean, putting an entire ship back together might be a long project, but I could maybe do it.
So long as
Some
the
help.
Kraken are dealt with, you are welcome to kind of like gestures to the caves around that they've kind of carved out. Welcome to stay here. We can discuss my home as I do what I can to help you repair the ship.
I know you're not like someone who knows the common tongue very well, and I also don't know how to spell. But if you had to guess about what letters were used to spell the name of your city, how would you say that?
Angel kind of counts it, but spells it in a way that doesn't make any sense. Hadalkin. Haddlekin.
Hadouken!
Yeah, I didn't realize how much it sounded like
It's
Haddlekin.
Hoboken.
It's Hoboken, New Jersey. It's right outside
again-
Morales.
Once
Oh,
again,
no!
Kachi. Once
Morales,
again,
which has just
Kachi
become New York.
Oh no.
incredible.
I feel like I backwards spelled something weeks ago when I made notes, and now I can't remember what I was thinking.
All right, cool. So we'll go do that. And the steel is gonna help, and you guys are gonna stay here, safe. Yes.
Yes.
Or
I'll.
I'm coming.
unless
with.
maybe you wanted to, you could come and help us, Miso. Angel, you should stay.
I would prefer Angel stay. I'm not ready to face where my partner fell. I can ensure no cries of duress, escape the cave so we don't summon the Kraken's parent.
Of course.
Oh,
Just to make sure
don't want a
our area
custody
is
battle right
secure
now.
so that you don't leave one battle and find another.
Right.
and all of these have hatched, right? There's none in eggs that we need to kill
No.
or nothing.
To my knowledge, no. There are other dangerous or perhaps just antagonistic fish and life forms in these tunnels, but the real danger is the nest of Kraken.
And
Well-
any particular weaknesses that you know?
Give me a persuasion check while I look at stats.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm not very persuasive. I said that while staring at Angel. I said, any weaknesses?
Weak ankles.
You have, I have lovely small
Boo.
feet. I mean, best of them. Great stuff. I was like a 6, so don't even bother, Matt.
Okay. Nothing too helpful. Big, cannot be poisoned.
All right.
I just plan on shooting it a bunch.
Yeah, same actually. That's kind of
Good strategy.
Pike, what do you do?
What doesn't he do?
That.
What do you do well?
All of
Quickly.
it.
Yeah.
Fishing. This
Yeah.
is a fish.
Well, it's actually decidedly not a fish, but okay.
It's a fish. It's a
Still
big
the catch
fish.
of the day.
My catch of the
Catch
day,
is-
exactly.
Just like fun. Oh man, tackle. This
Yeah.
you're gonna make good bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bye, Angel. I'll miss you forever.
Give me a flat charisma check.
Black charisma is about as much charisma as Trigger has. Four.
I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
you go
go ahead. If you're sure. I think Pike would also go to the both of them. It was genuinely a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Angel kind of like nods at you, Pike, and kind of nods at like kind of everyone, like and like kind of like puts like a hand on Trigger's shoulder. Hope you survive.
That's the most romantic thing anybody's ever said to me.
Miso, Pike like kind of like offers like an arm to do like the predator, like.
Nice. Yeah. I think I would pick up on that.
Hadalkin is said to be quite beautiful this time of year. I hope we both can see it.
Thank you.
And kind of, he does like a similar kind of like less like less of like offering the hand, but does like clap a hand onto Kachi's shoulder. Kind of puts a hand on Gwen, like a hand on Gwen's shoulder as well. The merfolk will appreciate this. None of them will forget this.
Best we get to it.
And Miso kind of like, excuse me, guides you all kind of towards in the direction. Basically, the other tunnel that leads deep into this area here is where Miso kind of points in the direction before kind of pulling out like the hammer and chisel and kind of like almost like begins to like use it to cast a form of like pass without trace or something to kind of seal up the secret entrance that Trigger used to get back here. As he points you in the direction, those of you delving deeper into the cave, you do see kind of deeper into this area. It begins to get a bit darker. Not so dark that it's impossible to see, thanks to a number of like glowing kind of bioluminescent algae and things around, because being deep undersea is already scary enough. Before you leave, Angel goes over and lets Stila out as well, so that she can kind of begin to join the faction gathered here as well. Standing before you all as you kind of begin swimming in this direction. The first fork in the road comes about very quickly as you swim deeper into these caves. My goodness, the map is freaking out just a little bit. Oh, I was using the wrong tool. That's why. User error, not map error. But the tunnel that you see before you is split off in different directions. On the left, this kind of cave is covered in these swirling, kind of like flowing, looks almost like kelp, but it's long. Each tendril is like 2 to 3 feet long, so it's kind of like filled this entire area. And off to the right, kind of like coating this entire area in a way that seems a bit more aggressive, are these like almost like sea urchin, kind of like what Sugar mentioned, sea urchin spines, kind of swirled around this entire tunnel at like random intervals, also kind of pulsing with this purple light.
Trigger, try to find if there's a shard somewhere in here. I have a feeling there's a shard.
Shard?
A mirror shard?
I feel like there's gotta be.
Oh, a mirror?
I mean, I'll be on the lookout, but like, I'm not gonna go. Sure, I guess.
I keep your eyes out.
I will
would
make
like
sure
to
that from
cast
now on.
Summon beast and summon obviously a water spirit.
Absolutely.
So a water Worm? I don't know. Water moth?
You
no.
summon a water moth.
Hey, Miso, since you're right behind us and we haven't really gone anywhere, which one should we take?
They'll either one will get you there. The one on the left, it's not going to hurt you now, but it might be bad later. One on the right, you could get poisoned, but you could not.
Hmm.
You're really helpful. I really
Great
appreciate
options either way.
It's pretty straightforward.
Can I make a nature check to see, like, if I'm aware of this kelp?
Ooh. Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check. What is your ranger preferred terrain?
Let me double check that, please.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say,
The
is there
coast.
anything about
I'm particularly familiar with coastal environments, and I'm adept at traveling and surviving in such regions.
Nice. I feel like this is close enough to the coast that I would say you have advantage on this nature check.
Great, I love that. Thank you.
I was gonna say, is there anything about like immediate viscosity that feels normal or odd or anything informative?
What did Pike discover?
So,
Inspiration.
thank you for the advantage, because not only did I roll a 4, but I also rolled a critical failure. So,
So 4's the good one.
and with nature, I have a +0. So,
I'd say you could also use survival if you wanted.
oh, great, because survival, I have a +4, so that would bring that up to an 8 at least. But
Nice. Have you used your bardic inspiration?
you know, I haven't actually. That's
can if
an
you'd
extra
like,
D8,
or-
correct?
That is an extra D8.
I'll go ahead, just to try and assess what the safer route is.
Nice.
That's going to be an extra 4, so for a total of 12.
That is higher than a 10. So which one are you
take that.
investigating, Pike? Left or right? Green or pink?
Probably, they both are interesting to me. I think just from the knee-jerk reaction of Miso talking about the kelp path first, he'd probably be zeroed in on that.
Nice. You kind of take a look at it. You kind of, Miso has said that like it might hurt you later, but it's not going to hurt you now. As you kind of like,
Yeah.
you almost kind of like let your hand get close, and you see these like kelp kind of almost as if like magnetically like drawn to your hand. And they kind of pull this way, they kind of like little buds pop off and try to start like going to like attach to your hand, but you beat a DC 10, so you're able to kind of swat them away. Seems like if you were to try to swim through it, it might be more difficult, but you get the sense that something is trying to attach to you, but Miso said it's not going to hurt you right now. And then,
So-
Gwyn, you were also trying to look into something. I'm sorry.
I wanted to see if there was like any sort of like viscosity. Like, is there something that feels like it will prevent us from swimming through it, or like
Ooh, okay,
is there
cool.
something
Yeah,
that feels like not water?
nice. Go ahead and give me a survival or nature check as well.
Ooh. That is a 16.
Nice. Is there one side that you're more curious about than the other?
Well, there's a bright pink side. That looks cool.
There is.
that.
As you look in this area, you see that like the pink path itself is glowing, but it seems like it's darker on this side than the other side. It seems like the only light on this side is coming from these like little polyps, and as you kind of peer through, there is almost like a slight like cloud, almost like a dust is kind of floating in this area that seems like almost like residue, as if maybe someone has swam through this way before, and it seems like there's maybe something that like gets ejected that kind of sits into the water.
Ooh. Well, this. Okay, so I will relay that information. Do we think that that means that this is the way to go through, or do we just think that this means someone has been here?
It seems like someone has been here, so that, like what Miso was saying, seems to be like backed up, that like it could poison you, potentially someone in their group has been poisoned. But you know that to expect that, like, okay, if you're going to swim through here, it doesn't seem like there's like arms or anything hiding, but it does seem like it might be like a poisonous cloud of some kind.
Yes. Do we feel okay with poison to everyone?
No.
Steel is just like, I mean, as much as anybody else.
Okay.
Well, because like the one, it seemed like they would go after the things, but they'll probably only have so many, like, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Little seed pod things that they can eject. So like maybe we could waste them all.
Oh,
Like, kelp seems sort of like it's gonna sap some strength from us if I had to guess.
grab
That
it.
might not be great in the middle of the fight with the Kraken, but
All right.
you know, neither is being poisoned.
All right. So trigger.
Well, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, do you want to send your little friend through, Gwen, and then see if it goes after it?
Sure.
You
I will.
you were gonna suggest that I go through, weren't you?
Well,
You
you have more hit points, but
I have more what?
I think you're healthier than the fish. But I great use of the fish. I agree. So I will send the fish to swim through the cloud.
And if it does, like, I want to see if like maybe I can tail right behind it so that it's like going after, like I'm like drafting.
Nice.
Like trying to fly.
Which side, the kelp cloud or the poison cloud?
Poison cloud.
Poison cloud.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought we were doing the other one. Okay,
Oh no, kelp, because the plant.
because the plant thing, yeah, it's like the little pods.
Yes, sorry.
Cool. You send your summoned beast through. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw with your beast.
Rats.
I'll say, especially with like this plan kind of being discussed enough, go ahead and give it with advantage as Stila and or Kachi basically kind of like get prepared to like slingshot people through.
Natural 20 with advantage.
Okay.
And it's a kraken. That's kind of funny, right?
Hey, very fitting. That's where most of my natural 20s are.
Yeah.
Is Kraken as well. But your summoned beast flies through the kelp forest. Seems like like the kelp doesn't quite know what to do with it. Like this strange creature coming through, and these polyps do not stick to your summoned beast.
While it's disoriented, can I like draft behind it?
Yeah, you draft behind it. Let's say like Stila gives a boost to the summoned beast, and then Kachi gives a boost to Trigger. Trigger, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as well.
Not with advantage.
With advantage because of the help action from Kachi.
No. Oh, wow. All right. Those weren't my favorite numbers I've ever rolled. 15?
15. Roll a d4 for me.
Rather not. Four.
Cool. As you swim through this kelp forest, not quite as lucky as the summoned beast. You do feel like almost like tiny little bites as these polyps latch onto like the back of your shoulder, like almost like on like your shoulder blades. As you're swimming, you have 4 little polyps attached to you.
Hey.
But you don't appear to take they don't appear to do any damage to you. It doesn't feel like it's like a leech or something that's like attacking you. It's almost like algae has like grown onto you.
Well, I don't like that.
No, that's really good, probably. That's probably good.
Great. You come through then.
Okay.
Stila will slingshot you, Tesh. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
19.
19. Gwyn, you make it through with no polyps.
Well, I'll never know if it was bad because it didn't happen to me.
I'm going to roll with advantage for Kachi as Stila slingshots Kachi through. Kachi got a natural 20. Kachi
Lovely.
gets slingshotted through as well. And Pike, if you'd like to as well, Stila will try to slingshot you.
Yeah, I think I'd like to. I don't know. I almost want to like go off of the back wall and like push myself through that way.
Nice. So are you like hoping to do it like on your own kind of like abilities?
Kind of, yeah. Because I think Pike's line of thinking would be he can get a little more momentum
Nice.
by just pushing off of the wall. And
Stila kind of looks like, hey, to each your own. I know you're new here, but I'm sort of like an official in the town. I hold like an official title. I can help you if you let me, but hey, I'm excited to see what you can do.
I think I got this. I think it's just the right angle in this way.
No, you do.
Yeah.
So let's say make a dexterity saving throw, or I'd say you can make an athletics check.
I'm gonna do the dex save.
Nice, go for it as you push off.
That's a 10.
I should have found Stila.
I should have taken the help.
So you.
Me and my pride.
Go ahead and roll me a d4 as well.
Gladly. That's a 4. I keep getting these 4s.
Nice. You kind of come out the other side with 4 of these little things attached to you as well.
Oh, good.
That leaves Stila with a dexterity saving throw. She's going to add 3 to this. She rolls a natural 3, so she gets a total of 6.
Ooh.
Not great for her. She's going to roll a d4. She also gets a 4. Everyone who failed got 4.
The max number of these things, which can only be a positive situation.
Only good.
Get him off! Get him off! Get him off! Get him off! Hey, stop it!
These are all these are boon spores.
They're boon spores. You get to add a +4 to everything you do.
Exactly. Yeah, they're native to my village in Sakai.
Yeah.
Like, well,
I don't
have
spores.
the yes and. I guess they're from Sakai. But those of you with these spores at the end of this, you make it through this cloud. It seems that they're fairly isolated. As you get to the other side, they kind of like sway your way, and realizing you're too far away, they kind of shrink back into this area. The spores that kind of like grow on you, these tiny little like buds, just kind of trailing. As you go to like, if you were to like go to like pull one of them off, it like that's when it like latches in and starts to hurt. So like you can try to take it off, but it might do more damage. But it is up to you.
They may gotten something hot.
No, we're underwater.
Well, yeah, but like lava still burns under. Wait, my gun. I'm just gonna real quick. I'm just gonna like rapid fire, just like fire a couple shots. And then I just want the hot. I want the hot.
I think
I want to see if it tries to shirk away.
Oh, nice.
From the heat.
Okay, so to remove these, that's not strength. You're using it in a clever way. I'll say, give me an attack roll. I'll say with your plungerpuss to attack basically one of these polyps.
Plunger puss, everywhere we're doing plunger puss. That is a 21.
Nice. So you heat up your plungerpuss enough to like get it sizzling on your shoulder.
Wait, is that true? Why is my plunger puss like this right now? I should be as proficient with my plunger post as I am with my daggers, right? Because they're both monk weapons.
You should be.
I don't know why my daggers are at a +7 and my plunger post is a +5.
Oh, weird.
But I will figure that out eventually.
Very strange. But you are able to like burn one of these polyps off. As it does, like almost just like, and it's like it's like slowly burning, and then almost just like with the last like nerve that it has, just like shoots like roots into your shoulder, and you take 5, 6, 7, 10 piercing damage, but you are down to 3 polyps.
Okay. I don't think we should try and take him out anymore. For like a month.
Yeah, that looks painful.
Yeah, but I'm basically a surgeon now, so. And that's not a type of fish. That's a sturgeon. Okay. Let's go. I wonder if Angel will still like me if I'm disformed and ugly.
Probably.
With that comfort from Gwen ringing in your ears.
Probably.
Straight ahead.
Probably loved.
You see another fork in the path, one to the left, one to the right. This left path filled with more of these polypy plants. To the right, you see a cave that goes a little bit deeper. Who is Pike? Your token moved to the front. Are you kind of taking point on this excursion?
I feel like I kind of would. Yeah, just out of maybe out of eagerness, at least at this point.
Nice. Then go ahead and give me a perception or let's say
Gladly.
Perception or perception check with advantage because you're in your natural terrain. As you kind of swim forward, kind of taking the lead here, stepping forward. Stila kind of back.
That is gonna be a 13.
13. You don't get too much insight into sort of what is on the other side of this green polyp field on this side. But on the other side, you do get a little bit of a clear picture at what is to come. You see the cavern kind of goes a little bit deeper into this, into the cavernous depths of this cave. Seems like there isn't a whole lot of obstacles in this direction, at least when you first peer into this cave's direction. Kind of looking to the right, okay, it looks pretty clear. Look to the left, you can't quite see through these the polyp fields. But as you look to the left, everyone else that is queued up behind you feel a shift in the water as the polyps on Pike's shoulder begin to glow, grow, and react, letting off a whistling tone that can be heard throughout these caverns. And
I like this. I like that.
Lightning, the bony jaws of what once may have been a fish, called to their favorite kind of prey, begin to attack Pike and the polyps growing on him. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hell yeah!
Gosh.
It was almost like no matter what, we lose. It's a bad situation.
I wanted to go in the poisonous tunnel.
You just liked the color.
I did.
I would have preferred the Constitution save that I was assuming to get out of that.
I'm not a Constitution girl, and I was like, we should go in the poison tunnel. I thought it was a moment of growth.
Oh,
Rejected.
you've righted a wrong.
That is a 19 for the shark jaws.
I'm at 21.
Oh, I didn't look. 19. No, just kidding. 18.
18.
A beautiful, lovely, I'm super going first. 7.
Oh.
I like it. You've been deceptive in your roles so far so that you can shine now.
Can
Totally,
shine
yeah.
in
Listen, I'm gonna get
battle.
nothing but nat 20s against this spooky shark.
Shark jaw.
This is
attacks
only the
Pike.
first.
Fishbone.
Fishbone, give me a fishbone. As these shark jaw latches on to Pike, I will also reveal it is not the only pair of decrepit jaws that are swimming their way
One thing to
as
say.
others begin to swarm and make their way towards the party. But that is a mission for next time. We'll pick up with that on Thursday.
Nice.
Sorry, Bobby.
I know, I'll be sad, but it's okay.
Yes.
I shoot those.
So Bobby, we left off in a battle, which is very helpful. So if you wanted to just like at some point between now and Thursday, roll a bunch of attacks and damage for Gwyn. That way, like I can be true to like your rolls and things, what you would do. Know that
Cast some spells, maybe.
I'll spoil it for everyone. The shark jaws, fairly strong, but not very sturdy. So you are able to break them pretty readily.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I'm glad
even as it's biting onto you, Pike, you can sense its weak points.
Stop. That's what I'm
If you want to go ahead and roll that hit, just for first one.
Absolutely. We'll see what that first one is. Let's say the
Yeah,
first one
let's
is with
get
advantage.
the first one in.
Round.
It's the first one to attack. Why not?
Oh my god. The first. Okay. It rolled with advantage in the first one because of the polyps.
Oh no.
And that is going to be a 19 to hit.
I'm sorry, you needed a 27. No, that absolutely hits.
That hits. Pike takes 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And
took one out of me. Ooh.
you
And-
are currently grappled.
Grappled.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Delightful.